Hello everybody and welcome back to Muddling Through Minecraft with Niceberg. It is great to be back here in the world with you, and as the sun rises over our hill, a new day dawns here in Minecraft, and I am ready to get back at it. Now when we left off, I had just died while collecting some resources in the Nether, and I still need to gear up from that. We went on vacation last week, and so now I am still needing to gear up. So we are going to get kind of reset here. I did go over check out some things at J-Boy Crew's place a little bit ago. I accidentally blew some stuff up. Don't really know what I blew up, but I needed to go get an extra elytra and things like that. So we're going to put this back. And I don't know if those golden apples are mine or not. I'm pretty sure they are. And we will go ahead and reload the ender chest there. And let's head out to try and get ourselves geared back up with all of the necessary things. I'm going to look for some good iron or diamond armor, obviously. And maybe we'll even go do just a bit of netherite hunting, try and get ourselves geared back up with netherite tools. Ancient debris hunting, sorry, and try and get ourselves geared back up with netherite tools and go that route too. So next time I see you, probably going to be in the Nether. I'm not sure what kind of footage I have of this build or how much I've got, but this is a pretty typical gold farm build if you haven't seen it before. It is pretty popular as an XP farm and gold farm, and I've really put it together just as an XP farm because, J-Boy Crew made a gold farm a little further away over near the spawn area of the Nether. On the roof, and I just wanted XP a lot faster than what I was getting it. So I went ahead and built this, and you can see down below here, barely any storage. In fact, 2 of the hoppers aren't even hooked up. But I've got several shulkers here with books in them and an anvil, and I am in full blast protection 4 gear. There's the shininess. Doesn't say it doesn't look very shiny, but full blast protection 4 gear. And it is time for us to head into the main part of the Nether. I've also got a shulker box of wool and wood. We are going to go get ourselves geared back up with netherite materials. So we're going to head down under the roof of the Nether into the main part and find ourselves a place to go ahead and start doing some blasting and getting ourselves some netherite gear. I am heading out in a different direction in the Nether. Oh, I didn't even know what I was falling over the top of there. I'm trying to head out into a different direction in the Nether from where I've been so far doing this kind of mining, but of course now I've run into a hole there, but that's okay. Oh, man. I really need to get this netherite armor taken care of so that I don't have to be so scared over these lava lakes. We do need to get below the lava lakes, I suppose, so it's not doing me a whole lot of good flying around over the top of them. Maybe we'll just go down right over here and start digging in somewhere right in here. This works. Here we go. I don't really remember the best way to do this necessarily. I know that we're going to kind of come in here. We're going to set it maybe off to the side here. And then crouch and click. We'll go ahead and get the rockets out of our hand. Click. I don't feel like I took hardly any damage at all. If I did take some, I don't even know it. So that seems like it works pretty well. We'll just get a few more beds on our hotbar here, so maybe we don't. Boy, that's really close though, isn't it? Shoot. Okay, unfortunately, I don't see any ancient debris in this hole here. The one other thing that I do want to do is I need to remember that we should be on chunk borders. So this was not a great place to actually run that first explosion. But we'll come down over here. We'll do the same thing right here along this chunk border and see if we get a different result. Again, I can't remember where I kind of have to knock out. I feel like it's those last two right there. Boom. If we took damage, I didn't see any. So that seems perfect right there. I think we've got a good system here that is going to blow up plenty of space for us. We'll run in and knock out all the fires and lava just to make sure that nothing's being hidden. And yeah, this seems like it's going to work pretty well. All right. We're going to continue blowing up the nether until we've got all of the ancient debris that we want. So hopefully you enjoy a little bit of a time lapse here. I am having a problem with replay mod, so we're probably just going to keep it kind of first person. I hope it doesn't make you too sick or anything like that. Yeah, here we go. Let's blow some stuff up. That time lapse did not start because it appears as though I have already encountered our first lava stop there that's going to prevent us from moving in that direction. So let's come over this way, and we'll go in this direction for a bit and see if we can get any further down this direction than maybe that first pathway was given us, because without any lava, without any fire protection or anything like that, I am not going to survive lava lakes very long or at all, quite frankly. And that's where I'm going to take the most amount of damage, is if I get caught on fire while these things happen. Yeah, oh well. Well, I'll tell you what. We have been through 32 beds, I believe, at this point, and I just... Oh, no! Whoa! Run away! Oh, no, 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 no. This could be really bad. Turn. Oh, that. Oh, there's a dude with a crossbow. I'm going to run away from him. He's probably going to shoot at me, but that's okay. All right. As I was saying, we've only got ourselves 4 ancient debris in 32 beds. I don't feel like that return is very good compared to what I was getting when I was doing like TNT mining. So we're going to go ahead and, I'm sorry, 30 beds. So I think I'm going to go ahead and change back over to TNT mining, which means I'm going to have to go get some, I'm going to have to go get a bunch of sand and make some TNT. So I'm going to run out to the desert, get ourselves a hot mess of sand, and head back down here and give this a shot with sand and TNT, with TNT instead of beds. I don't feel like that this is moving anywhere near as fast as it should. And I want that to change. So yeah, I'll see you when I'm back with some TNT. I do really enjoy the explosions that the chain reaction of TNT provides us when we're doing this in the nether. It's one reason why I do prefer it over beds. I don't actually know if it's better or worse, or if beds are better for ancient debris mining. I've heard that, but I do just really enjoy the TNT explosions and the cavity then that gets built here from the explosion. It's fun for me. I don't know how many more times I could say the word explosion. At least one more, I guess. All right, I'm going to clear out the lava and see what else we find here. I have once again hit a log jam of lava, and I just had a thought that we are going to go test something out real quickly, and I'm going to show you something that J-Boy Crew's been working on in just a second here, because we've got to be able to work around this lava better. It happened again. On my way back to the overworld in order to try and preserve my life, I died. And so I lost everything in a 1x2 tunnel of lava because I'm doing things that I just shouldn't be doing because I'm not well enough equipped at the time that I'm trying to do them. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't have an ender chest over here anymore. Oh, that means we got to run back over to spawn, find ourselves another set of diamond armor to enchant, head back to the gold farm, do the enchanting, and just everything that I've already done. That's all right. We'll get there. We'll get done. We'll find all the ancient debris that we need and want. Actually, that's probably the only thing that I didn't lose. Oh, no, maybe I didn't have that in my inventory anymore. I can't remember. Anyway, back over to the spawn world, and I'll show you what else we're going to do while we're over here. J-Boy Crew has been hard at work over here. Iron Farm broke a little while ago. Hasn't fixed it, but that's probably because mine is so good now. But he's been doing a lot of other stuff. One of the things is his house up here. He's got a grand entrance he's been working on, and it's looking good. He added this wood last night, and I kind of like it. And, I see the lights up there too. That adds a little bit more color. It was just a lot of gray when he showed this to me yesterday. It's coming along. And then, of course, the house up here is looking really good. He's absolutely smoking me in terms of the building on the server right now. So I'm going to have to catch up or something here in a little bit. But the other thing he's been working on is this little hut over here, his witch's hut. And we'll check that out real quickly. And over the bridge, I like this little pond he's made here. I wonder if Is that intentional, or did we lose a block of water? Anyway, nice little witch's hut over here, and this is good decoration work. I just like the use of some of the stuff here to add texture, and of course the different vines and flowers and things outside. But back here is what we are here for, and this is a potion brewing stand that he has built and created. So over here is the brewing stand. We got a bunch of water breathing in there already. It will automatically pump in water bottles and blaze powder from the two hoppers here. And then, of course, we come across and we have to hit things in the right order. So I want a bunch of fire resist potions. So let's see how much magma cream he's got. Oh, lots of magma cream and quite a bit of nether wart. So we're going to drop a nether wart, a magma cream, and then we're going to make those last a little bit longer by tossing some redstone in. And then should be pretty easy. We got the nether wart in there. Once we've got the awkward potions, then the magma cream pops in. And once we've got the fire resist potions, the redstone drops in, and we'll get those up to 8 minutes. That is the potion brewing area that he's built. And we're out of pufferfish right now. And then we've got a spot down there for breeze rods when the time comes that we switch over to 121, which hopefully will be soon as it becomes stable on the server. So there we have it. It doesn't matter whether you've got a fast XP farm or not. That always takes a lot longer to gear up than I give it credit for. And of course, it never helps when you forget certain items or enchanted books before you head out there. So finally ready to go back down and start hunting our netherite, our ancient debris again. Well, after forgetting my TNT and or beds, I had to run back and get those. We are a long way out towards the wither skeleton farm this time in a new area to do some ancient debris mining. Hello, thank you very much. And we will probably run through our TNT and then go back to beds if we haven't found enough ancient debris by the time we get done with all of our TNT. I do have 9 right now, and I have, of course, used, I've got one of our fire resistance potions on while we're digging our tunnel here so that we can try and be safe. Oh, you know what am I worried about? I got fire resist on. So we'll just jump in the lava here and block that off. Excellent. Okay, well, I'm going to continue digging and finding ourselves some ancient debris, and hopefully nothing else interesting really happens. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope. After quite a bit more time and some more TNT, I've still got a stack, almost 2 stacks of TNT, but I'm pretty happy with what we've got here. It's not super great, but we've got 31 ancient debris. We've got 1 more netherite scrap. That's going to be 8 more netherite ingots plus 3 here. So that's 11 netherite ingots. That will give us our 4 armor pieces plus our 5 tools plus a little bit more. So we will call that good enough for right now. We're going to head back home once I figure out what I do with my rockets, and on to the next thing. I'm back out at the gold farm trying to get geared up and ready to go with my netherite armor, and I've actually decided to take a little bit of a detour. We'll get that done, but I'm spending so much time out here that I really feel like we need to get the storage system sorted and figured out. So that's what we're going to do, and it's actually going to cause us to have to kind of break our little cells here. So we'll talk about what I'm doing in just a moment here, but right now I need to focus because in order to get this working the way that I want it to, I need to change the arrangement of our minecarts here. So in this grouping here, we have 24 minecarts, and then those are sitting on a block, and that block has a hopper with minecart in it. So as parts, or as items, as the piglins come in and expire, the items get sucked up by the hopper minecart. And we need to change how that's happening so that I can make this storage system function the way that I want it to. Now, the storage system is going to go out towards home just so that we have a signal that way. So the storage system is actually going to extend out in this direction underneath everything, right? So that is what we're going to do at this time. So again, I got to get all 24 of those minecarts out of there. So I got to do some work here with my inventory and get this thing working the way that I want it to. All right, let's make sure we know which one is the one that we want to keep an eye on. I believe it's this one right here. Yep. So we're going to face it. Oh, and it's facing the little trap door here. So let's go ahead and start the farm up here for a bit. And we want to watch this pathway here and see what happens when the piglins drop in there and die. We want to watch what happens with the items. Ideally, they fall down on top of that hopper. And we're going to run into a problem if they're falling outside and on the blocks there where the mine carts are sitting. So we'll need to stop the farm now and see what's going on. Yep, see, they are hanging out on top there, and that's not what we want. So this storage system is not going to work the way that I was hoping. I may have found a fix. Just trying to see how many of the items exactly weren't making it through, and my fix is to just eliminate those blocks and let things drop down. So now we may be seeing many, many more. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we're seeing more of the drops go down, but now I've got a problem with baby zombified piglins. Oh. Okay. Continual unintended consequences of my stupidity. All right, I have developed a new solution to my storage issues here at the gold farm. And how I want to handle them. So it's going to take some droppers that we will drop the items down into some ice paths and use a clock to sort those out. So I'm going to jump in and try and get the pathing figured out here shortly. I'm going to need to run to the overworld, grab a little bit of obsidian before I dive in here. So I'm going to head that way, get that obsidian, and then come back and start on getting this all sorted out the way that I want it. 3 of our 4 pathways are done, and again, this direction is towards home, so this is where I want the storage area to be, just as a directional kind of idea. Both when we're coming in, we know where the storage room is. If the storage room is full, we get there first, and if we're leaving, we know which direction to head as far as getting out. So these are 3 of the ice pathways that will get our items where they need to go, and then we'll do some redstone to get these hooked up. Down below will be the 4th pathway that will go off in this direction and have our hoppers off the edge of those. So all we really have to do is make that last pathway and put in some redstone to get a clock going that will fire these slime blocks and move all the items to here, and then fire these slime blocks to move all of the items. This one obviously will go straight into the hole, and then these will fire here, and then finally a last slime block that will shoot them down an ice pathway to our sorting system. So that is the plan, that is the goal. I'm going to keep working, but just wanted to drop in and let you see where we're at so far. All right, the next phase of this is going to be tricky because we need to set up a hopper clock and then get a bunch of timings right. So what needs to happen? Oh, I have not fixed these 2 yet. So what needs to happen is these 3 pistons in the back need to fire first, and then these 2 need to fire second. This one fires third, and this one fires 4th, and then the hoppers will go here with our storage system. The sea pickles are here to align all of the items in the right way, and then that last piston, boom, fires, and we're good to go. So what we need to do is get these last couple of sticky pistons in place, first of all, and then I'm going to actually build a clock kind of down below here somewhere that will allow us to kind of turn on and off at various times the system as we want to use it. I don't necessarily want the clock on all the time. Shouldn't matter too much in terms of, you know, lag on the server or anything like that, considering that like this is unloaded area, right? But I still want to be able to turn it off if we so choose. Again, I'm not sure why we would choose that, but I do want to have the option. So we'll come out one. That's where the piston will go, and then out here. Of course, all of these areas will be unspawnable as soon as I get the redstone on them. Right now, we do have some additionally spawnable areas that we don't want spawnable, otherwise the farm breaks. But once redstone gets on all of these iron blocks, we won't have any issues with that. The plan, the thought basically for me right now is to send a signal into this block right here that we can then pull out with a repeater and send to all of our other segments here. So we'll go ahead and try and get down below there. You can see that I've already lowered the scaffolding a bit. We'll get down below here and start to set up that clock. All right, we've got the redstone in. This is not pretty at all, but it's just a simple etho hopper clock with some random amount of delay and then all kinds of redstone lines. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to watch it here in just a second. We'll see these 3 pistons fire first, and then the 2 there will fire, and then the one on the bottom right, and then the one on the bottom left. So items get pushed to the end, then they get pushed in, then they get pushed over, and then finally they'll get pushed out towards the hoppers. At least that's the plan. So the next thing to do is to add in some hoppers down there to fix our dropper lines up here. One of these needs to be completely redone. The other one I've got to redo a couple of things on, right, to get it back to this situation with the hopper minecart being collected in the block, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to fix the farm design up here with these 2 areas and add in our dropper lines so that the items get shot down in. I'm going to add a little bit more glass so that things don't get shot into the wrong directions. And eventually we're going to have to, mob proof this entire area down here where we've added things. This timing is kind of arbitrary. I just added some extra repeaters in to slow things down. There's no magic to it. It doesn't need to be super precise, boom, 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 or anything like that. It just needs to be that these 2 need to be delayed long enough that the items can go from there to there. And then these 2 need to be delayed long enough that the items can drop down and then obviously get pushed over. So that's that. All right. Hopefully this thing will be 95% functional the next time we chat. All right, the system is ready to go, I believe. Everything is back to the minecart with hoppers with the blocks in them, and then they're attached to these dropper systems that will shoot the items down into the hole below, where then hopefully they will be pushed by the slime blocks into the storage system. So before I go through and build an entire storage system out here, we're going to go ahead and give this baby a test run. Oh, do you see that? Where'd he come from? See, I'm going to have to mob proof some stuff down there, but we're going to go ahead and give this bad boy a test run, see how it works, and hopefully it will go well, and I'll be able to add in some filters and storage area down there, and we will have one heck of a system to keep life good. Let's take that one out. Boom. All right, here they come, all heading towards me. We're going to go into free cam mode here, and let's watch what happens. Let's make sure all of our droppers are starting to fire. Okay, items are dropping down into the ice pathways. All right. See, I was worried about this right here. You can see that that one's stuck there on the edge. I brought those tunnels down as far as I could. So they're as far down as they possibly can be. And then that one pushes and they go flying. All right. So aside from a few that are getting hooked in places, I think this is going to be okay. And actually, like that nugget right there may get picked up once this one fires, and it may stack. So yeah, see, it gets caught. So the only ones that we're having problems with then being left in the system are these swords, and that's actually a big problem because the swords are one of the reasons why I want to be able to get everything down here is because the swords need to be able to be shot through and left in the dust. Oh, I'm missing a piece of ice. Okay, couple things then that I want to try. Let's make a couple adjustments and see if it helps. The latest fixes seem to have worked pretty well. So what we've got now is just different levels. So I just moved up one of these pathways by 1 block, and a couple of times I've seen some rotten flesh or gold nuggets get stuck on that piece of ice right in front of me, but they've come off with the next push, and then everything's pushed and shot across. The only good thing, I suppose, is that whatever's sitting here, it's a 5-minute despawn. So the chances that we get so much stuff sitting on these ledges in any 5-minute span that they don't despawn seems pretty unlikely because, again, this is not happening super frequently. At this point, I think we're okay to go ahead and put a storage system in down here. I'm going to have to go get a whole bunch of hoppers and some filler material and chests, and we're going to build a big storage system here. So it's going to be an impulse with impulse sorters and all that kind of stuff off the edge here. Nothing too fancy that I need to necessarily walk you through or whatever, but I'm pretty happy with this. With that, the storage system at the gold farm is operational. So we've got the clock back here that powers all of the pistons that are timed so that all of the items eventually fall down this hole here, get pushed over, and then into the sorting system. So we'll watch it all from here. You can see we've got a sword there again. That sword, if it hangs out there, it's not going to hang out any longer than 5 minutes. So I'm not overly concerned about us getting too laggy or anything like that. And then, of course, if we take a quick look over here at the edge, we're going past 4 hoppers for rotten flesh, 4 hoppers for gold nuggets, and then 2 hoppers for gold ingots, and then everything else is getting trashed over here. So you can see that swords and zombified piglin heads. And up to this point, I've seen nothing other than swords and zombified piglin heads come by here. So this will... I had a dropper here just to collect a bunch of items and try and make sure that we weren't getting anything other than this wasted stuff. And so I'm going to turn this into a campfire or lava pit here, and the items will just roll right off into that destruction and be consumed. Hope you enjoyed this episode and hope you enjoyed this build. I am pretty happy with it. Until next time we are together in the world, I hope you stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see ya.